upgrading my player, the inside, the shooting, doing threes and stuff.
LeBron James
LeBron
said he could play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick.
Yeah.
Test of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
They're gonna beat LeBron James. I hope. They are gonna beat LeBron James. Yeah. I hope we can, cause their team not that good. That's Paul George.
It's game time in Cleveland as the crowd is filling up the Quicken Loans Arena. Well, it was the Indiana Pacers winning their last game against Miami.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what...
Let's see. He struggles to use L1. R, blah, blah, before he goes up for the shot. Oh,
Turner's checked in for Allen. Stuckey comes in for Ellis. And Freak subbed in for George Hill. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way. And that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
And so in the game for the Pacers, Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Hill is out there with Turner. And it's Soto in at the point. Cleveland's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Irving drives in. Here's Thompson. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Stuckey. For Indiana, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Williams is checked in. The Pacers also with the sub. Mahinmi's checked in. And Freak throws it down.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Stuckey outside. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I got it.
Williams against Stuckey. Dellavedova from outside. Good, and the assist goes to James. Dellavedova's got his first 3 points of the game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Clock at 6. Kicks it to George. Free throw line jump shot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. George has got 6.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see. That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
And here's Freak. He had 10 points in the win against Miami. No good, trying to beat the... And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the effort.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even killed. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can and live with the results.
Again, just another card of the match. The Pacers also changing it up. Hill comes in for Mahinmi. And Freak subbed in for Ellis. On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Sorta in at point guard. Allen is out there with Solomon Hill. Then it's Hill, and it's Hill in at the two-guard spot. And for LeBron James, a remarkable step. Greg, he increased his field goal percentage for 7 consecutive seasons going into 2014.
Yeah, a steep decline last season, though, back below 50%. Was it just the challenge of new teammates and a new system, or the mileage he's accumulated? This season may start to answer that question.
Allen's shot is off.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Oh, wide open look for Love. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Now it's a 4-point Cavalier lead. Here's Freak. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Pick up by Hill. Hill, a screen on Irving. Freak kicks to Allen. Hill has the open look. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And here are the Cavaliers now. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Cleveland's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Love with the screen on Hill. LeBron passes to Smith. Smith missing again.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now let's check in with Doris Burke to see how Mo Williams is doing. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with Cleveland's head athletic trainer. He said that he twisted his ankle and it's swelling up on him. That is going to make things very hard on them in what is still a very young season. Hopefully, as early as it is, he has time to recover and help this team down the road. Guys?
All right, Doris, and hopefully everything works out for him.
You know, pro trainers have so much available to them at their disposal. If it's nothing serious, he'll be back.
Feeds to Hill. Now here's Freak, covered by Irving. Soda, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Turner's checked in for Hill. Good on the second free throw. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter.
You know, the Pacers ended up in 4th place in the Central Division last year, guys, and that's not quite what they were used to after taking the division the previous 2 years and getting to the Eastern Conference Finals in the playoffs. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Turner with a screen for Freak.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Here's Turner. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Screen by Smith. LeBron kicks to Love. Shoots from 12. Allen with the rebound. Looking at last year with the Pacers, with Paul George out, the Pacers knew it would be tough to win the Central again. And they still played decently, though, going 8-8 in divisional games.
And the Pacers played admirably. I mean, the division just got a lot tougher. If the Pacers bounce back, you could easily see 4 of the Central Division members making the playoffs in the near future. Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
James with the bucket.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
For the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mazda. so it's a close.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with LeBron, and you obviously have been very productive. How pleased are you with where you're getting the basketball and how you're scoring?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow as well as keep myself in a good group too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
LeBron, thank you. Kevin.
Well, both sides have assessed what they. So a close.
Guys, Paul George standing by with me here. And Paul, first, congratulations on the win. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
I gotta hurry up because I want to upgrade the players and stuff.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
Well, Paul George showing us again tonight why he is one of the premier wing players in the NBA. We know that defensively he's always going to do the job, but he's just as valuable on the other end. Score.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
Oh, cutscene. Oh, okay.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad Mini.
iPad Mini, wow.
Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Bad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. It kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And then my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT.
Oh, crap.
I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
Word?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. Dead.
Whoa.
After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it. Because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life, and yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a 2-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the warmth and comfort of a loving family. This is not about class warfare, freak. This is about the consequences of making bad choices and risking it all when you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Vic is like a brother to me, sir.
But you shouldn't be Brother Vic's keeper, freak. Would a brother go looking for trouble and put your career and your livelihood at risk by getting into fights at nightclubs and seedy after-hour joints and then scream to the media, "Yeah, it's all good, I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding. Y'all be haters, don't hate my game." I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. See, you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me, so naturally I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a 2-piece and a biscuit on his left eye. Hey, I don't know who hit him, and it damn sure wasn't me. Hey, Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house though. Yo, he's hotties ain't loyal, man.
What's there to understand? Are you freaking blind? You know, I just want to know, how much did you pay your lawyers to make all this go away?
Almost $100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
But Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will be arrested for trespassing.
Are you serious, sir?
Brother, I'm as serious as cancer. We all know that can be deadly.
You know, kids playing summer tournaments at the Dome, we always imagine making it to the pros, right? And after the crowds left, just a street light was on the court, like 11:30, 12 midnight, even 1 in the morning sometimes. We used to practice player introductions, running on the court, giving dab, high-fiving the teammates. Vic, he would act as an announcer. You know, he would introduce me and announce my name on a loudspeaker, and the Jumbotron would flash my image like a little guy dressed in long shorts and a jersey. And now, fresh off his 3-game, 62-point scoring streak, the youngest player to ever do so in NBA history, frequency vibrations.
Where the fuck did that come from?
So me and Vic would sit in those empty bleachers at the Dome and dream like nobody's business. And now I'm living a dream. For real. And in so many ways, Vic was part of that.
Please, listen to me. I mean, I know this guy's your dude from way back.
Look, me and Vic go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
67 Cadillac.
That's good. We go way back. Did you say front seats?
Front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
We go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac. Well, Jiminy Crickets. I'm going to be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig because my fellow billionaires love it when I walk and talk that talk.
So that almost sounds...
No, let me tell you exactly what it sounds like. I respect, admire, and most importantly, love you as a human being and a role model. But I pay you a lot. And I mean I pay you a lot of money to play for my team. And I am in this game to win it. And you can't win it with an albatross around your neck like Vic. So Vic is done. History.
All right.
And here's some more lingo that I picked up from a former megastar who used to play for me several seasons ago. Thought I would never release him until I did. And now he's the sixth man on a struggling team in Venice. And yeah, I'm talking Venice with the canals and the gondolas and Harry's bar, not the street ballers next to the fortune tellers on the beach in Cali.
All right.
This guy used to tell me when he thought there was a player destroying our team, don't be a hero, cut that zero. And that is what I am telling you about Vic, freak. Don't be a hero, cut that zero. The only thing Vic brings into your life is headache and unwanted and unnecessary negative attention. And it will begin to affect your mindset. And when it affects your mindset, it's going to affect your play. And when it affects your play, it's going to affect my team. And when it affects my team, it's going to affect my money. And if it affects my money, Google Translate will become your new freaking friend. I want a championship ring, freak, and I want you to help me get that ring. And banners.
I ain't gonna want a championship ring in the Pacers.
Banners hanging from the rafters in this arena.
Warriors or Atlanta
So,
Hawks.
freak, hear me clearly and hear me good. V-G-G, Vic, gotta go.
What?
Handle your business. And remember, that contract you signed contains a morality clause, a very important clause that revolves around your conduct on and off the court, and how it can negatively impact my team. Now, I don't want you to have to learn Italian or Croatian as a second language. And hey, playing pro ball overseas, there's nothing wrong with that. But the arenas are nothing like this, nor will the money be the same. And on top of all of that, this is the U.S. of A., the greatest freaking country in the world. Ask yourself, is Vic worth all that? Think about it. Think long, think wrong.
I'll tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually, we have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me. And to my family. You could see even Cece, you know, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.
DJ Khaled, Convict Music, we the best. We taking over. Listen. Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on the North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where it's warm in the winter. On up to Minnesota, where it's storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis, holla at me. B&H Town, Southside, Cloverland, Daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ass Cali. Catman out Cali with my eyes open valley. Blowing that spinning, going down Vinny. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel, hit switching. Red light stop, make it drop for the with it. Anything you hear that I said, I meant it. Can't got the crown, then spit out with it. Say you need I said, I get it. We can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town.
Ball control, passing vision, Q passing accuracy. Oh God, the Warriors,
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's going to do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
Got who the other ones are. Oh yeah, LeBron James. The All-Star game's like tomorrow, I think. It's gonna be pretty good. I think the East is gonna win though. Probably gonna lose because like Stephen Curry's too good. Stephen Curry.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn. It was a close game. They needed overtime to finish them off.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it.
Don't gamble on blocking steals when he has the ball, okay? What's the bonus enough 3-point line? Pour 3-point shooter. Oh, yeah, he is a 3-point shooter.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And Doris Burke spoke with Steve Kerr. Doris?
Kevin, when I asked him about their game plan on the defensive end, he said they were looking to clog things up in the middle of the floor and not allow any clear looks at the basket from inside the paint. He feels if they can accomplish that, they'll have the upper hand on defense. Let's see how it plays out, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins. Livingston, that's good.
We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
The Pacers making a switch here. Stuckey's checked in. Green, the screen. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
Now, that's a close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it, Greg. I mean, it didn't look like his feet were set to me.
Brandon Rush, who's checked in for the Warriors.
You know, for the Pacers in their 23-18 home record, that was better than several teams that made the playoffs in the East. They were very tough at home at the defensive end of the floor.
Shot clock at 6. Soto, the pass to Turner. And here's Miles outside. The Warriors pull it in. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's blocked. But they'll get another chance. Thompson with it. Picked up by Turner. Thompson against Turner. Another shot. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And the Pacers were 3rd in the league in field goal percentage against at home. Something about this crowd really drives the Pacers on the defensive end, even in a down year.
Here's Soto. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The pass to Barnes. Jacks up a 3. Shot, no good.
Shoot it.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Oh, crap.
Now with more and more freshmen.
Stephen Curry. No weaknesses. Oh, crap.
Subbed in for George Hill. And then for Golden State, Festus Ezeli comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Klay Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. Soto is in at the point. Turner is out there with Mahinmi. Then there's Ellis. And it's George in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. That's good.
Too good.
That's now 8 points for Klay Thompson.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Freak kicks to Mahinmi. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Warriors leading by 4. Curry dishes to Green. Goes up from the top of the key. No good.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Freak with it. Curry meets him. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Curry was there more than me. Stephen Curry was there more than me. Look at that. Look at that. Stephen Curry was there more than me.
Check out some stats for Thompson. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. 7th in scoring, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And you made note of it. I mean, his points per game average is unreal right now, scoring whenever they need him to.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Pacers. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Steph Curry. Well, Greg, for Thompson, last season an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists, and Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player, terrific offensive player, outstanding defensively as well, and what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
From 15 feet away, the rebound by Paul George. 51 seconds left in the first half of the game. Stolen by Thompson. And it's the Warriors on the break.
It's been a solid outing for Thompson. He has 8 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
Clark, remember a year ago, Klay Thompson was the sub for trade speculation, possibly, in fact, going to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
Yeah, and in the end, the Warriors stood pat, and it was a controversial decision at that point, but I don't think there's any question it was a pretty good move for the Warriors right now.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Paul George. Offensive rebound. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Miles, and the rejection by Ezeli. They're running. Rush the pass to Livingston. And the Warriors miss again.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Here's Stuckey. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so that's the end of the...
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. What's working and what's not working for you guys out here tonight?
You know, they clog the lane, and they play great hell defense. We got to keep driving and kicking, doing a great job of sharing the ball, and we just play unselfish. We'll be great in the second half.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Crap. That's good.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Different look here for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Barnes comes in for Draymond Green. Brandon Rush is checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Rush out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Livingston. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Ezeli in at the center, locking down the middle. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Freak with it. Curry meets him. Here's Soto. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Freak's got 6 points.
Good look. He'll make that one most of the time. And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
To the middle. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Stuckey kicks to Freak. Back to Stuckey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside for Miles. Turner dishes to Stuckey. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Stuckey's got his first basket of the night.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Freak with it. Curry meets him. Here's Soto. Great D that time from Curry.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them. And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like you do.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
I got Curry.
Rush the pass to Barnes.
I'm Curry. I'm covering.
The dish now to Curry. And he gets it to go.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Freak with it. He has 6. Can they get it? Curry with the defensive effort.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into point.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming onto the court are your Pacers fans.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahimi's checked in for Hill. Glenn Robinson III comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And Freak subbed in for Hill. Soto, he's in at point guard. Robinson is out there with Lavoy Allen. Then there's Ian Mahimi. And it's Stuckey in at the shooting guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here's Curry. He's guarded by Soto. The screen from Thompson. Back to Bogut. It's stolen by Mahimi. Stuckey kicks to Freak.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Allen. And it's C.J. Miles in for Robinson. Barbosa kicks to Ezeli. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Livingston dishes to Ezeli. Shot clock at 6. Barbosa for 3. Can't get it to go. So Indiana will take it the other way. With the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a three-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space-out-the-floor type game, and shot making gives you a chance to do that.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
It's 4th quarter. It's not that soon.
Here's Ezeli, guarded by Mahimi. Shot clock at 5. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Mahimi.
In the second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a two-game season series, the team winning game one has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Stephen Curry. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Here is Livingston. So we see the Warriors taking the game.
Yes, Kevin.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Don't know what upgrade.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never...
Yes.
You guess. This isn't high school. This isn't college. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, you know, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum.
That's a silver and gold.
Power and speed. Nice. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Brand Jordan sneakers, I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Brand Nike sneakers.
Listen, Freak, you're going to have to decide the legacy you want to leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we got to set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking dunk contest. When was the last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team all-NBA, first team all-defensive team.
What about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakinandvibing.com. That's right. Your own website. I've already set it up for you, and it's running great.
Wait, hold up.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is going to be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste, and you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing? You know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian-American opera.
Cece, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good and shut up.
Cece, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger? You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan. Not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Lottie?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me, okay? I got my own, boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? I mean, if you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met?
Right? You know what, Cece? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
May I continue? Now listen, as far as movie properties go, I've already got a script based upon a story of your life, Freak, okay? So guys, check out these possible titles. Freakin' and Vibin', Life and Times, Volume 1. The Freak Chronicle, Freak the Fast and Furious, Part 1 does it, and this one's my favorite, Freak, you're gonna love this. He got Pagnotti. You love it, right?
He got Pagnotti.
But look, you're the man, but you're not the man. Okay, you work for me. You have to follow my lead. I'm all for your ideas, but in due time. As for now, I want to focus on the court, and we'll discuss some of your ideas at a later date. Understood?
Yo, we're cool in the gang, bro. That's all you had to say.
All right, good. Thank you. Vet, chill. You cannot let Cece get underneath your skin. But on the same token, you cannot go out of your way to piss her off. I don't have time to be playing peacekeeper between you two.
You know what? We need to talk about this afterwards alone.
Fine. Cece, you need to hold this together. You and I both agreed long ago that Dom was the best agent for me. He has delivered. Are his methods questionable? Is he a shark? Yes and yes. But he is our shark. He's what's best for me, which means he is what's best for all of us. Your job is to bring us balance. Manage the team, sis. We all need to be on the same page.
You're right. But blood is thicker than water.
You know, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm not here to hold hands. I'm here to win games and achieve greatness on and off the court. But in order for that to happen, I need everybody to be on point. Essentially, get right or get gone. Yeah, I don't have time to be teaching you guys how to work together. It either starts now or I find it elsewhere. Squashed?
Squashed.
Zucchini'd.
Yeah. Zucchini.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal life, do you have a personal life?
I do.
Where at?
I
think Freak is your personal life.
You can think whatever you want, mister. But, I have a personal life. Thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that should end the interview right now. Yeah? It's great meeting you.
It's a little cold. Atlanta, my favorite team. Yeah, Paul Millsap, man, he's pretty good in all over. Good yet. He can hardly play the regular league. Only played 400 inside score, standingly up. Nah. Playmaker or defense? Nope. Playmaker. Ball control, passing vision, passing IQ. Hey. Got 60 rating now, 60 overall.
Respect this here. Check. I'm from with a hammers rung.
Indiana Pacers.
We got James Harden and that beard of his. Look, this guy's relentless. We know he's gonna attack the basket all night long. So I'm gonna make it my personal mission to keep that from happening. As long as we keep jumping those passing lanes, we can give them a run for their money. I know I'll be ready.
It's the Pacers, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at the Rockets. On paper, you'd give them the edge, but of course, they're not taking anything for granted. They'll look to come out strong and prove they're the better team.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they find themselves as just a middle-of-the-road team this year.
Press L2, press defense.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today. I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Here's Lawson. 9-point game his last outing. Screen by Smith. Lawson kicks to Harden from the arc. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. And that's now 11 points for James Harden.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Move the ball.
Free dishes to George. And there's the pass to Turner. 5 on the clock. Stuckey drives inside, and he gets it to go.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Lawson outside. Rejected by Soto. Smith against George. Soto. Shot is no good. And Houston the other way now. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when the team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be set. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Hey, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do. And Monte Ellis is still trying to... So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahimi's checked in for Hill. Turner comes in for Allen. Paul George is checked in for Hill. And Freak subbed in for Ellis. Modi Eunice and Howard the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Beverly in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Pacers trail by 18.
And guys, fit for the Rockets alongside James Harden. You know, Beverly is in that complementary role as a 3 and D guy. And remember, also, even though he's the point guard, he doesn't need the ball to be effective. He's good at just spotting up for threes, and he's a hounding on-ball defender.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans was a big factor. He finished with 8 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today. I mean, it'd be awfully difficult to top that last game.
Harden with it. Rodney Stuckey covering. Back to Smith. Houston needs to get a shot off. And Lawson gets it to go on the assist by Smith. Lawson's got his first bucket of the night. And Beverly plucked out of Europe by the Rockets. Clark, he signed a new contract this past offseason.
And a nice value for the Rockets, Kevin. I mean, he's a player whose impact on the game really transcends the stat sheet. That's often the case for those guys that are all defense caliber players.
Soto. Great D that time from Lawson.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, one thing about Ty Lawson is he's very good at attacking the defense. Gets inside without a problem and knows how to set up teammates.
And for Lawson, he is great when he attacks. He does obviously create well for his team on drives. Interesting player, certainly, but playing with a team that's growing and pretty young around him.
A good point. And, you know, last season, Lawson averaged about 13 points for his team off of his own drives. I mean, that means 13 points a night would be a direct result of him attacking the rim. That's second in the league in a stat that only trailed James Harden.
I think that would surprise some people.
Yes.
And both free throws good from Freak.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Pacers trail by 21. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half. Can't get it to go. And the Rockets take it the other way.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
So we can't get either to fall. The Pacers have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Stuckey passes to George.
Harden.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Harden. Here's Soto. Good work defensively by Harden.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Rockets ahead, running away with this one.
Well, Coach Vogt.
All right, fellas, let's focus. It's not going to be easy to quiet this crowd down in the second half, but we can do it. Couple of things.
How's it going,
don't mind
dude?
that we've been physical on D, but I do mind that we keep putting them on the line. Physical is okay. Reckless is not okay. Also, the handle we've kept on the ball has been nice and tight. They love to force us into more mistakes, but you guys haven't been letting that happen. Good job. And let's not lean too much on the fast break in the second half. Get things set up when we can. The points will come fast enough. Don't worry.
Sub.
Okay, that's it. I'm expecting a whole...
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Looking a whole new 5 on the floor. Houston leading by 19 points. And so in the game for the Pacers. Sorta is in at the point. Mahinmi is out there with Hill. Then there's Rodney Stuckey, and it's Turner in at the center position. Freak kicks to Mahinmi. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Mahinmi. Fires from the line, and the jumper falls for him. Mahinmi's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Here's Smith. Again, the miss by Smith. Pacers trail by 17. Here's Soto. And Jones pulls it down. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lawson drives in. Here's Smith. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Oh. And guys, Josh Smith, an interesting blend of talents. A good defender, great finisher around the rim. Also an underrated passer at times for a big man.
Josh Smith. And Josh Smith, kind of a tweener. He's spent some time at power forward, Clark. He's spent some time at small forward. He's handled the ball. He's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, he is, but I think he's best, Kevin, working inside. He's gotten stronger. He's worked on his post game, and I think as time has passed, he's settled in as a full-time power forward. At least that's where he should settle into.
Over to the wing.
No problem.
Lawson against Stuckey.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And something not a lot of people talk about, Ty Lawson's defense. He has the lateral quickness, Clark, and strong lower body that gives, you know, point guards fits.
Yeah, he's like a fire
Just
hydrant
also
in
I
terms
was
of his
streaming
build and
Destiny.
strength.
I
He's a
might
good
do
ball
Tubby.
defender, but he gambles sometimes, so that can cut both ways. He'll get steals, but he'll also put you in tough positions defensively.
Stuckey into the lane. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys, plain and simple.
Well, tell me how you really feel about that, Greg. But you're right. I mean, mistakes like that will keep you from cutting deficits, no doubt.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Houston.
In talking about Lawson's defense, he was down in steals last season. But a part of that is because he stopped gambling as much. He's learned where to pick his spots.
He had a nice open look right there.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Stuckey kicks to Freak. Back to Stuckey. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Stuckey. 9 points for Freak.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Now Thornton. Off the pick. Will not go. This is a
quarter.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. So for the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and Terrence Jones is subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Indiana also making some changes. Mahinmi's checked in for Hill. Solomon Hill comes in for George. And Freak subbed in for Ellis. We've got Harden. Also Thornton out there. Terrence Jones out there with Howard. And it's Capella in at the power forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And as we head to the final
I
buzzer
like
here,
how your
a
screen
crushing
works.
blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Houston.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot
Thanks,
on.
I'm gonna
And
sleep
so
after
looking at
this.
their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And in a two-game season series, you love taking charge of game one. That's obvious, and exactly what they're doing here tonight against the Pacers.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Harden. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
So we see Houston taking the double.
Yes, I'm here with
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down.
Food night.
That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. What'd you like about his performance, Shaq?
I thought this performance, he needed to.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always.
Yeah.
Not really. Gia.
Go sleep.